Guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another message. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, this is all the introduction right here. Okay, you got the first energy is come to me and like water. All right, the action I get from the action is saying is it's coming from a place of cosmic power and agency. Decide, then work on a deep subconscious level to truly accept your decision by understanding your worth and deservings. Make it a priority. There's nothing wrong with the little come to me language when manifesting lovers, but remember, you're really coming to them. So step wisely and create affirmations that affirm your pregnancy. Oh, that says agency. What the hell? Eccentric? That's confirmation for somebody. And what's clarifying comes to me is like water. The action is on the other side lies the full expression of desire. So if the oneness and divine union is a horizon line, we're able to walk ever closer towards within integration, wholeness, and heart-led evolution, metabolizing new feelings, however paradoxical. As we go, we're on the right path. So the notes that I got from this is like the intro. You know how you have a movie with the introduction, like the opening scene, you always see the villain gearing up for battle. And meanwhile, the vibe of what holds to be true for you and how you prepare, for combat and how you gear up and prepare for combat. So you know how, for example, Bad Boys. In the beginning, they showed the introduction of the movie. They showed a villain gearing up. They setting up for war, for battle, and then it goes right. And then it's the next scene is Bad Boys. What they do on a consistent basis that keeps them ready, to combat whoever's coming in to try to shake up their whole thing. So what I got was you got the Eight of Swords here. That's about mental entrapment. You don't like how I say the enemy is gearing up for battle. Okay. And I feel like this is somebody who tried to sneak attack you or tried to set you up, plot, plan, steal, strategize, bomb, even though the Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords is here. Okay? Because the Eight of Swords is like mental entrapment or being blindfolded by people surrounding you when you don't even realize they're coming for you. And what clarified that is the Ten of Swords. Okay? This is what all these cards is describing the introduction, and as I was explaining. Okay? Then to further amplify, you got the Seven of Swords. A lot of swords came out, like the first 4 cards are swords. So these are your challenges. And then you got the Seven of Swords, which is, according to this illustration, it feel like someone wanted to paint a false narrative about you, and make it like you're spreading all your business out in the streets, but really is them trying to paint a narrative about you spreading your business out in the streets for clout or whatever, for some derogatory reason. And was clarifying that Seven of Swords was the Three of Swords, rejection. So what I feel like is who you thought you could get along with wasn't really there to get along with you. And you have the High Priestess following that Seven of Swords. I use multiple decks. But once I explain all these cards, I'm going to clear them all out, and we're going to shuffle the cards again and continue the reading. I just wanted to explain all these cards at first. So I'm going to put this right here. So it's a lot of manifesting. But as the High Priestess, I feel like someone wanted to say you're not as holier than thou as you make yourself out to be. That could be. But then what's clarifying as High Priestess is the Seeker. And then you got the Seven of Swords, I think, and it's like you're closing out any noise, very defensive energy. You're blocking out, I feel like you're oblivious to all of what's going on around you. Really, because you're focused on other things. You got too much going on in your own personal life. And then you got the Nine of Swords, which is clarified by the Three of Wands. I feel like your concerns are, I'm trying to keep my ducks in a row. I'm trying to keep balance in my own life. I don't have time, but I feel like someone's trying to this gives me slut shamed energy. Like, I don't know why people still do that, but who said you was a slut in the first place? But someone is trying to like put all your business out in the streets for everybody to know, is what I'm getting from this. Like, talking behind your back, ultimate betrayal is trying to make it seem like, for example, if a rapper is beefing with another rapper, and to retaliate, to make it a chess move, this person is going to go sleep with the baby mother, the mother of the other rapper's children, just to hit him where it hurts. That's what I feel like someone attempted to do to you. However, though, it don't seem like it's sticking. It don't seem like it's backfiring based off your own authentic energy. Or this high priestess can also represent, because the high priestess is here twice. So one is in black and white and one is in bold color. So the one that's in black and white, I feel like this is someone of a lower vibration. I read this particular high priestess in the reverse. Or someone tried to play God in your life. That's how I take that energy. It's like somebody trying to play God in your life and paint a narrative the way, or manipulate energy the way they see fit. Like mind games. Cussing of the tongue. You can cast a spell just speaking ill on somebody, but you can also cast a spell speaking nice to somebody. That's where the come to me manifestation is. So this high priestess could be a Pisces, or someone with Pisces in their chart, someone who's highly intuitive. And you got the seeker, clarifying that high priestess. That's childish energy or childlike energy. And then you got the Three of Wands is clarifying that Seven of Wands. It's like they're coming out in suits. If it's a sword that came out, another sword is clarifying it. If it's a wand that came out, another wand is clarifying it. But there's a lot of tens. You already got the Ten of Swords. The next two cards was a 7 and a 3. That's a 10. Then you got the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. That's another 10. So that could be significant. Not to mention, 9 of Swords is clarified by the strength. 1 of integrity. I feel like the way I'm reading this 9 of Swords is not to worry. Someone else is more worried about you than you. But why are they so concerned about you? Dig. I feel like you blocked whoever this is. So they feel like they have free game. It's fair game to paint the narrative their way because they realize that much about you. You're not worrying about them or what they're doing. So they feel like they can play with you like that. Not to mention, let me see, you got the strength and the 9 of Swords. This is mental strength, mind over matter. I have the integrity, not to feed into nonsense or worry about who's being a true friend and who not, because it speaks for itself. Who's around you? I feel like you have more fake friends than you have true friends. And then why is that? To further amplify, you got the 5 of Wands. So this feel like a bad date or a bad person, a person with no integrity who thought they could put you in a starting 5 lineup. Too many people competing for one person's attention. And what's clarifying that is that 2 of Swords. You see how this man looks at himself as a trophy. And feel like everybody should be competing for his attention. You're right. But what's clarifying that 5 of Wands too is the Magician. This is you. So while everybody think they have it, they got others, they got their own silly drama going on, and you got strong manifestation. You got work. Like you're focused on something else. Okay, but then you got the Chariot and the two of Swords. Something just didn't stick. You might have started seeing somebody or talking to somebody and it blew up in their face. Like they couldn't get you on camera to say you was being a slut or a whore or something like that. Somebody couldn't trip you up in what they want to say you all about. Like they tried to make it stick. So somebody could have tried to send somebody your way to see if you take the bait. And I feel like it backfired. What do I mean by that? I feel like you beat the game, you beat the player at their own game. What do you mean? If you did something with this person they sent your way, you sent that person on their way and went about your business because you're in that Queen of Swords energy. And that's clarifying by the Death card. So it just you. I feel like you jump timelines way too fast, way too much, and that's I mean it in a way where you on a different level. So you don't even recognize the people you might have encountered with, whether you like slept with them or not, or had some kind of like connection with them or not, whether it be physical, spiritual, emotional, mental. They couldn't put you in the box. I like your energy with the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Death card. Yeah, you. It's like you took care of business and moved on. Now I feel like they're the ones confused. Instead of you the one that being confused. You got the more grounded energy. You're showing up as the strong manifester, the magician. Like all your chakras are clear. I feel like the person they sent your way could have caught feelings for you because this is like conflict right here. Because you showing up as the Queen of Swords and then you have the Queen of Pentacles behind it. It's like with the Knight of Swords, it's like that's you quick to land on your feet, quick on your feet. You never tripped. You just your primary focus was always you with this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, no matter what you do. The Three of Pentacles, okay. So the Queen of Pentacles that's behind the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that's that's not collaborating. In the upright it would be collaborating. That's like it's a no-go before it even got started. The ink hasn't even dried on whatever contract this was supposed to be between you and this person before you ended it. Because the Three of Pentacles in reverse has the Death card on one side and a Tower card on the other side. So that's double Scorpio energy, by the way. So it's endings. I feel like this whole setup, whoever worked together to set you up, they now realize your power. They realize what it is about you. All right, after clarifying these cards, let's see, is there anything else? I could pull a lot more from these cards. So whatever the silly rumors are, whatever, I feel like somebody wanted to, even if it's not a rumor, somebody definitely wanted to leave you mentally distraught. I feel like somebody played a trick on you with this High Priestess up here. Someone played a nasty trick on you. And even if what they did was a betrayal, you still remain focused. I feel like you picked up on it, but you remain focused. You're still the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Like that's still your energy. And both of those cards are clarified by the Death card and the Tower card. Like the Knight of Swords. It's like a fast moving knight, somebody who's witty, practice a lot of common sense, quick on their feet. That's what's ending these cards That's what's ending on this row, and the Tower card is ending on this row. I feel like you were way too intelligent, and they did not realize how intelligent you are. But you have to realize you're very spirit. They just know you may be spiritual, or maybe try to manipulate your practice against you, or weapon. I feel like it's a weaponizing your practice against you. There's obviously a lot of jealousy. Before the Five of Wands came out, I picked up on a lot of jealousy because the first card was the Eight of Swords, clarified by the Ten of Swords. That's a completion. Now it's over. What I feel like they really feel is betrayed, that on one hand, for some, you moved on without them, even if it was painful for you. And for the others, whatever encounter you had, you still moved on without them. You still went on your spiritual journey. I also get that. So the only way this could work is if you would have stuck around long enough to be put out there. You can't be put anywhere because you don't fit into any category. As a Queen of Swords, she has boundaries. She keeps strong boundaries. So is a Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded and focused. Both of these energies are level-headed and focused. I feel like someone wanted to persuade you into, like, maybe trying to get you comfortable enough to record a sexual encounter, but you had already departed from this energy, or walked away from this energy. This person with the Two of Swords, clarifying the Chariot, is silly. It just gives me a lot of silly energy. And you blocked it. They're very blocked. The energy's blocked. Now they're worried. Knight of Swords is like is too many levels up from a Nine of Swords and you're the Knight of Swords. With the Strength in the Tower. It's just weak. I feel like someone feels like a clown for even interacting with you. They feel embarrassed. I feel like you show up as someone who can't be domesticated, whether it's just for sexual encounters or not. Now, to clear all this, you being a memento mori, so you live fully, openly, and in commitment to your own enjoyment. You have a hidden fantasy you secretly want released, and you're ready to explore it, so to speak. So you want to feel a certain type of way, and you chase that feeling. And that's clarified by erotic visions. It's about what you can do right now in the moment to get closer to living your wildest dreams yet. It's about what you can do today. It's not about what you can't do. It's about how can I get to that point? What do I need to eliminate to get to that point? There's no waiting and wishing in an empowered pleasure type of lifestyle. There's only doing. And that's what I mean. Like, you take action. So the next card that came up was the Three of Wands again. And that was already in here. The Three of Wands in here. It was like you're waiting. You're focused on your ships coming in. What was that Three of Wands clarified by? Yeah, the Three of Wands, like you're waiting, like the way you're setting up all your chips is going to like flow in rhythm of like dominoes. Like once one thing take off, everything's going to take off. So you have the Three of Wands with patience being a virtue and taking action, and it's actually closer to you than you think, because that ship, he's watching that ship come towards him and he's not far from it. And what's clarified by that is the Queen of Cups. The only queen I didn't see yet was the Queen of Wands. Next, you got the Knight of Swords again, clarified by the Justice. In this deck, the Strength card and the Justice is flipped around. But I think it's justice for you. How that you remain grace and poise and compassionate, and just don't even give it a response. Don't give anybody's low vibrational tactics or antics oxygen to breathe, oxygen to grow at your expense. That's what I feel like you're not doing. because you got the Justice here again and the Ace of Pentacles. That's God saying, don't respond. And then this is where the High Priestess, the High Priestess, come in. And then the Two of Swords is here twice. So you got repeating messages. It's like, you're the one that's you've made an executive decision which left others in a ball of confusion. And that's justice for you. Because you weren't here. And then, like, what's the conclusion? Is the Emperor. The Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. So still, someone who wanted to come for your independence, who wanted to shame you for any kind of religious practice. Or one thing you got to realize, if you're spiritual, that is more evolved than someone who's overly practical. Because spiritual outranks any and everything that is practical. So, Three of Pentacles is a business venture. You're waiting to see that business venture come off the ground. You're also waiting. And then the Queen of Cups is someone who's nurturing and babying their business venture. You know, that's what they're focused on. It's like you're catering to what's going to feed you. What's going to feed your family. Could be a mother figure. Taking charge, taking control over what's not really all that balanced and stable in their life. We're just trying to better. I think it's for the betterment. For this Queen of Cups, who's also, she still remains modest and poised. I like these two cards together, like how they came out right next to each other. The Strength is about integrity. Through the worst of times, through all the public humiliation, all the shit talking, all the negative self-talk, all the curses people put on you just with their tongue, all the challenges you're faced, the obstacles, it didn't go in vain. With the Eight, you have opportunities coming in. You have an opportunity coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. And that's justice. People get to see you. Your character is going to speak for itself. Your work is going to speak for itself. If someone was trying to slow down your work or write you off, the High Priestess is a knowing person and doesn't speak on what she's doing. You know, there's no confusion. She has made it's like decisive energy here. Or someone who tried to attack your crown chakra. So you can't think straight or practice what you're talented at or what you're passionate about. What's going to make you an honest living. What they see you, it's like, it's a lot of evolution. Like people see you, your brand growing and evolving. You're living your life the way you see fit and you're not playing by the rules of modern day society. And you're earning a living that way. And is independent. It may disappoint or make people feel disrespected. I get the energy that people feel disrespected, that you're not doing a traditional job and you have way more success in the outcome. But I didn't take these cards away because you're manifesting. Like manifestation is a process, you know, of selection rather than literal magnetism. That means co-creating your reality with what God or the universe, or, you know, picking your timeline and what happens therein. So with every choice you make, you simply wanting certain types of relationships isn't enough to call them in. You know, we're self-determined and autonomous beings. You know, we can do better than just wanting it. You're not in a space of that. You're not in that receptive energy. I feel like that's why the Emperor is here. That's masculine energy. That's electrifying. That's electrifying energy, which means you're taking. You're going out there for the taking. You're not really waiting It's like I feel like you created the opportunity, and you're taking action on that opportunity. I feel like you may have taken an opportunity with a person, and maybe they now feel emasculated by your actions because you seem to have moved away from them or moved away from that energy. You seem to be finished with, this is like end all be all. You're in a new timeline. And then as I flip the cards over, you got the Death card. And on the bottom of that is Ace of Swords. So there's some, wait a minute, I dropped 2 cards. Now the Justice card and the Strength card is switched around. So they're both out here now. The Justice card has the word strength on it. With the Death card, the strength, it was right behind the Ace of Swords. I can't show you that card because it's very graphic. So respectfully, I'm just going to describe it. Describe what this energy is. I feel like someone made a play for your spiritual evolution through a sexual encounter, but it didn't hold water. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles is in reverse. So that's possessive energy in the upright. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. So that's a no. It's someone passionately tried to hold on to you or make you hold on to them. And the Five of Cups is here. They're in regret. And what's on the bottom is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like it created an imbalance for them. The Death card to the Four of Pentacles in reverse is somebody you've transformed. You've ended something, transformed. You may have danced with them for a while or just a moment. And then you went back to work. That's what it feels like. I feel like you played someone at their own game. You live your life more freely and more boldly than anybody you've ever encountered. But I feel like this business, this three of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups is correlating with you being the Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles because that's what you're nurturing at this moment. Is moving ahead in life, is getting ahead in life with all due common sense, with the Knight of Swords and a Justice. You know, you have practice a lot of willpower, a lot of strength and integrity to move past anything. I feel like you attract men in a receptive energy who embody a lot of feminine characteristic traits or feminine qualities, or just men who predominantly operate from their feminine energy. And I feel like it, in a way, it could have made you feel like you set yourself back because you could have been transitioning out of that masculine energy to be more receptive. With the Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you moved into not so much like bogarting your goals and aspirations, but more so allow them to come in. And somewhere I think that encounter was attempted to be a hiccup in your plans, but you tripped the devil up in his own game. You've outwitted the devil. Because I feel like your energy is much stronger than the people or person trying to save face at your expense. And I feel like the way you're moving in silence with the High Priestess, I feel like the way that you're moving and you coming out as the Emperor and the Justice, like you have a lot of major arcanas on your side. And the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles is on your side. So you have a lot of mental clarity about who or what people want in your energy. And the Ace of Wands is in reverse. And that's under the Strength card. But I think that's karma for the other person that's sitting in that regretful energy, that Five of Cups energy. They feel cold. You know, they feel emotionally neglected, emotionally abandoned. They have regret because they realize where you came from and what you truly stand for. I feel like someone set them up to be emasculated by you, or they set themselves up and end up being emasculated by you because you're too strong. You're too strong-minded, strong-willed, strong-spirited. You never let them box you in. The Knight of Pentacles. This was a slow build-up. Knight of Swords, but you're taking your time with this transformation. Is making you sit in that receptive energy and take your time while things like manifest for you or come into fruition for you. What's the Ace of Swords? Someone blew an opportunity with you. And it was also a business. I feel like business was attached to it. Like you met these people, you could have met this person at work, and it quickly manifested into something else, or was forced, or I'm sorry, manipulated to go in a different direction, and it was a missed opportunity. Now they got egg on their face. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, you remain independent. And the Emperor's coming out again. I feel like you were redirected. You seek guidance. You seek a lot of guidance. Even if it's a decision you could have made in haste. You could have been, I feel like this is somebody who operated from their sexual energy in the moment. And they went ahead and took care of their needs, knowing that the other person was trying to force a narrative to get you to perform sexual acts. I feel like you were the stronger one in manipulation. Like you manipulated a manipulator. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles on top of the Five of Cups and the Tower. They blew it. Rushing you into something you weren't quite. You may not have saw that person in that light, or just didn't want to move that way with that person. And it was bad for business. But I feel like an opportunity is being created for you because it kind of messed up business for you. Or this person could have been sent in there to mess up business for you. But you have opportunities coming in that you've been nurturing and creating with outside of like reporting to, like, I think this is entrepreneurial. So it's like a transitional space. This person helped you transition into that entrepreneurial space to get in that receptive energy to receive the benefits of trying to build something for yourself. So this person may have felt like, if I do this with this person, it would publicly humiliate this person to try to work with me if I try to create, you start playing mind games or try to distance myself or make this person feel, it just feel like this person was meant to knock you off your square via business. It was meant to knock you off your square via business, and you end up knocking them off their square because, surprise, you still have 10 Pentacles coming your way. You still have a completion that doesn't just end in the Ten of Swords, but it also ends in the Ten of Pentacles. And that Tower is with the Ace of Swords. So that's a rude awakening. This person is in regret. They're in the Five of Cups. You're in the Ten of Pentacles. This person was... I feel like they misrepresented themselves. Not realizing what you can do. Oh, correction, let me say that correctly. Not realizing what you can do. Okay? This is your talent. And maybe somebody didn't believe that about you, or just tried to play like it was sweet and just take it from you through an encounter. And they all over you. You're not all over them. Not once did you stick to them like glue. They wanted you to stick to... I wish if this wasn't on YouTube, I would show you this picture. They wanted you to stick to them like glue, and they assumed you would, because so many people fall victim to their passion. But they were no match for you and your passion. You had more passion, okay? This person, I'm going to put this together like this. Okay, you get what she's holding on to, without showing you too much. Okay, genitalia, male genitalia. And that's clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse. No, I'm just not that into you. You don't force a narrative like that and expect me to just jump, and you say jump and I say how high. Get the fuck out of here. That's why you're the death card. You're the mastermind. I don't know. It's just, I feel like this person pulled out a different side of you that you don't like to practice. I mean, what I mean by that is you could have picked up ways, like, for example, if you have parents who are very generous with, you have a mother who's generous with men, or have a father who's generous with women, you inherited or picked up some of those ways on how they play the game master, or play the game, and have these people submissive to them. This person wanted you to be submissive to them. They tried to play you with your game, but they didn't know you had that game, because you come off a certain way. Because you come off like this, or like this. Somebody like a nun, or somebody who's like real modest. And it's not to say that you're not, but that's your public perception of people's public perception of you, is that you're not into the streets like that. So you wouldn't pick up on somebody's slick talk. You can understand if somebody is disrespecting you. I'm not saying you don't have common sense, but what I'm saying is they didn't expect you. Okay, let's look at this scenario. They charm you. Okay, you get close enough where you decide and say, okay, I'm going to feed into my hormones. I can tell this person's weak at their own game, but they're not in on it. They don't know that I'm in on it. So I'm going to continue with the flow. I'm going to go with the flow, okay, because I have needs that could be met right now, just for a moment, because I'm strong enough to do that in the moment. We're close, but we're not that close. So I can detach a lot easier from you, because I've already experienced life enough from a emotional standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. The strong mentality is there. The spiritual muscles is there. You could have been married before, divorced, or just had longer term commitments in the past where you're a mature person, because you're showing up as the Emperor, operating from Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, even Queen of Cups. But I feel like with this Queen of Cups and the Three of Wands, that's really every queen with this Three of Wands and this Knight of Swords. You talk faster than them. You think faster than them. Okay? With your way of doing things, with your with your status and your abilities, if you wanted to be the game master, they would be submissive to you. You know that. And you let that opportunity play itself out into the ground to the point where you purposely did that to end it, but you had your needs met at the same time. Okay? You didn't let them know until they knew. So what they thought they was doing to you, you played them. Now they feel victimized. I feel like they're the ones that feel victimized now. Behind you, behind your shenanigans. I feel like someone's telling you off to somebody. Like you're some kind of scorpion woman or something. Like some kind of vengeful creature. Like you're the devil. Like they didn't make a play for you. Like I said, you know, you speak from a powerful space. You're about what you can do right now. Okay? You live life to the fullest. And on the other side lies the full expression of desires. I feel like you did whatever encounter you did, you got up and left after that. I feel like you did. And now this person's not so cocky no more. Tell me more. 5 of Cups. This person's like regret, like remorseful. I don't even feel regret. I feel remorse. 4 of Wands. 5 of Cups is out again with the 4 of Wands. It's 2 different energies. Somebody's celebrating, somebody's in regret. Or somebody assumed they would have you in regret. But the Ace of Swords is clarifying that 5 of Cups again. That's somebody who has the mental clarity that they should not have crossed that boundary with you. They don't have access to you. They can't celebrate to you. I feel like the Ace of Swords here is letting them know that that was supposed to be your counterpart and you forfeited it. Okay? The 7 of Pentacles is painting the canvas to your liking. This canvas, this was the person to paint that canvas with the right colors. If you had the drawing board, this person had the right colors and the tools to bring it all into manifestation. Planting seeds, you reap what you sow. So if somebody wanted to marry you, even just for a night, they woke up like this, full of shame, because that wasn't correct. That wasn't the way you dropped the ball. Okay, you failed miserably. Okay, being fresh. I suppose this person wants an apology from you now. That's what I feel like. I feel like with the way this woman looked in this picture, it's like, with the way I feel right now, it's like, I feel victimized. How could you do this? I thought we were friends. And this person is like, this is like almost cocky energy. I would say it's like you expect, I do things my way or the highway. Not when this woman is in her emperor energy and then behind the scenes doing stuff that makes you look like a welfare check. I feel like you do. You make this person look like a 6 of Wands on that 4 of Wands. That's the only time 10 Wands don't look like a burden. And the Queen of Cups is out again with that 7 of Pentacles. Someone wanted to expose your chastity or just wasn't protective of you. Honestly, it can care less about you. Or so they thought. I feel like this the man that was in a receptive energy. So he thought he was going to seduce you and then have you chase him around. That didn't happen. 3 of Swords is out again with the 5 of Cups. Now they feel heartbroken and rejected. And the 5 of Swords is clarifying the Ace of Swords. The 3 of Swords. They feel defeated. It's like in the picture, she is weaponizing her power. But there's a butterfly here. So there's an evolution that came out of this experience, right? Hold on, let me cover her private parts. Because that's her ass showing. And you see his hand on the side right here? The person's hand is like they're at your mercy now. There's an evolution that came out of this process. Okay? because they wanted you to feel stupid and humiliated and embarrassed. And it didn't happen. You got the Ace of Swords. That clarity is there. Okay? The clarity is that you you were sent in there. You're the type of person or the type of energy who comes into people's life when it's time for evolution. And that person tried to bring you down, but instead they got beat up spiritually. Let's just call it what it is. They got emotionally beat up, mentally torn down, spiritually. They got like bop, bing, boom, like a nice 5-piece. Like what you say, like that don't work with the person. That don't work with this energy. This energy is a high priestess and an emperor. And it's funny how the high priestess came out on both sides. So y'all were a match, a suitable match for each other, but one of y'all was low vibrational and the other one was high vibrational. So they didn't tell you that they were working against you, and you didn't tell them that you knew that they was working against you, and you still got your needs met and left. Fuck somebody else head up like that. It don't work like that here. When I split the deck, a 5 to a 10. Somebody feels like this, and somebody is having this. If somebody's getting a new start with the Page of Pentacles, and that's clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. You left someone, you had to end it. You left someone behind. You guys, like, share, and subscribe if this is making any kind of sense. Only take what resonates. Like, the rest of it could be for somebody else if all of it doesn't resonate. But you have a new start in business. Someone who match your wits. Like, you want to do business with people. You don't want people trying to seduce you out of your spot. So that's somebody who's low vibrational. Somebody doesn't have a lot of self-love, self-worth. You know, they use their body to get what they want. And then sometimes it's men who do that. And the 9 of Pentacles, you got a fresher opportunity, one that's more suitable for you. 8 of Pentacles, see? They were trying to hustle. If you take a 8 from a 5, if you hustling, you know, you overextending, you're doing the most. It just looks like she's doing the most, right? Only to end up with 5 Pentacles. If you take that 5 away, that was 3 Pentacles. That's mastering a craft, and that's also collaboration. So they didn't get much out of you. 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups in reverse. This person is stuck on you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to freak you out. This person is stuck on you with the 2 of Cups. They're not trying to walk away from this. Because they peep game. They realize game recognized game. Real game is like, shit. She sharpened me up. Yes, she did. And the 6 of Wands. They see you basking in your glory. You're the one that's out there celebrating. They know you can have anybody you want. And honestly, they feel like if they did something to manipulate your energy to get you to do certain things you weren't ready or prepared or just didn't have an interest in doing, it backfired because they wanted you stuck on them. So even if they would have left you alone, they wanted you to remain celibate and guarding your chest with this Queen of Cups. She has nothing on, so I can only show you her so much. This Queen of Cups, they want you to guard your chastity from everyone else, but since it backfired and they're stuck on you now, like they wanted you to be stuck on them, Tower. Clarified by the 10 of Swords. All this is conducive. If you don't get anything out of this romantically, you got a strong business mind, strong work ethic. You maintain poise, maintain elegance. You didn't talk bad about this person. Even if that person did it to you, you remain silent and narrow minded, like narrow focused. Like you had that tunnel vision on what you were trying to get to. So what this person attempted to be a foolish distraction. Like they feel dumb. You're so mature about it. Like you just whatever. Like you just kind of tossed it to the side. Like nobody is used to that person is not used to nobody treating them like that. You little boy. Matter of fact, I'm lying. This person didn't think you would ever treat them like that. And you end up little boying them more than anybody ever has. Nobody has ever chumped them at their own game. So in conclusion, this person's stuck on you. They stuck on that. They stuck on you. Oh, they stuck on you. It was good to them, but that's all they thought it was going to be. Like they're stressed. Like it's over. They know it's over. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm in love with you. You can't make that up. Stepping into a truly holistic form of self-love means glimpsing the bigger picture of your attractions and appetites and embracing it all. You know, don't let the full potential of your pleasure remain untapped. Interview yourself and let it be no holds barred. You know, you want to identify your suppressed parts and make friends with them, date them even. So you open up this person's heart space. Now they're vulnerable. They think and act from a vulnerable space with the sacred senses. With the sacred senses, it's like scent, like sense of attraction. Scent etches itself into our memories. Like taste lingers for years after their initial flavor is lost. Our senses are sacred. And when tenderly united, they can take a so sensual encounter and turn it into a transcendent one. As they say in the psychedelic field, it's about set and setting. Surround yourself with the lush candles and sweet treats. Savor it all. Yeah, this person realized what it truly means to be in that receptive energy, and now they need you back. They need you to nurture everything you have awakened in them spiritually. That's what happened. Did you turn them out? Okay. Without meaning to? If you're divine, you're an emperor. Whether you're a woman who's an emperor operating in all those queens. The only queen that never showed up was the Queen of Wands. Because you were never promiscuous with them. You never was. They attacked. They went for your mental. They went for your coin. And they went for your heart. They really went all out to attack you, and none of it worked. It all stopped short with you, with that Tower card. I want one on the Ten of Swords. Four of Swords. Depression. Retreat. They sleep a lot. High Priestess. You know. You sent something back on them. And you know. If you take that 4 from that 10, that's a 6 of Swords. You moved away quietly, especially with the High Priest. That person know that you're responsible for all of this. And you know your power. This person know you know your power now. They know better now. Okay. And the 7 of Wands. They can't penetrate you. They're gonna have to come correct. I've been trying to write you. I just wanted to make sense before I send it. I hope you read it. I feel like they sent it and you didn't receive it because it's blocked. And they did it several times. They tried to reach out several times. If he got 1 wand in his hand, that's 6 wands that he just knew you would respond to. And he took his time and worded it eloquently in a way where he just knew it would be a success and you would respond to it, and you didn't. Tower card. Rude awakening. You're in for a rude awakening. I feel like he's sweating now. Well, I don't see you sweat, but he's sweating. Because he misses money. Damn. He missed his money, but he attacked your money. So everything he attacked you about, he don't have it now. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, because that's funny. But I feel like it's a sense of obsession, but not to the extreme of danger. Like, he can't get to you. It's not, you on a different path. Because that page and that 9 of Pentacles together is actually a 10 of Pentacles anyway. That's embarking on a new journey. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.